What's going on? It's your boy, Brother Al, and I'm back with another one. Thanks for joining. Hey, for support of the channel, go ahead, give it a like. All right, or you can definitely watch and see what's up. And if you don't like it, tell me what you think down in the comments below. But I want to talk to you today about these Democrat-controlled cities. All right, these blue cities, and how basically the Democrat Party is basically turning the United States of America into the next third world nation. Okay? How the Democrat Party is turning the United States of America, once the apple of the world's eye, into the next third world nation. And that's why I'm so excited that Trump is the president. I'm so happy that he won, because he, if not outright stopped it, he slowed down that process. He slowed it down so that we don't become the next Soviet Union. He slowed it down, and he's trying to save these American cities one by one. All right. He started off with Los Angeles, kind of bring it back on around to DC, hit up Chicago, hit up Memphis. He's hitting up these different cities, and he's one by one trying to take the country back and bring them into the hustling, bustling cities that they once used to be, and bring them back into the economic centers that they once used to be. Bring them back into the cities that gave black people a reason to want to leave up out of the South and go north or go out to LA and try to get jobs at the factories and at the plants and stuff and all of that there. All right. And the hardest thing to do this, the hardest thing about this, in my opinion, is trying to get people in these blue liberal areas to believe in progress. To believe in progress. Now, why do I say that? Because I think that these blue liberal Democrat cities, especially in the worst parts of these cities, in the poorest parts and the most violent parts, I think that our people have been left alone and neglected for so long that we kind of believe that that's normal. All right. We kind of believe that it's normal to wake up to gunshots, or it's normal to turn on the evening news and hear about a homicide every single day. And the fact that when somebody comes in and tries to change the situation, and you gotta remember, before he even came in, he was like, look, I don't want to send in troops. I don't want to send in and flood the city with federal agents. Look, I want my blue cities. I want to work with the blue cities, and I want them to step up their game. I want them to stop harboring illegal aliens. I want them to stop just allowing these violent criminals to get captured and released back out onto the streets. I want these corners, I want these streets safe. I want these things tightened up. And the response was defund cops, defund police, cut police budgets, and work them around into other social programs that they always required more money, but they never showed more results. And after that went on and nothing happened at all, matter of fact, they became more defiant. He said, all right, that's cool. I'll do it myself. Sometimes if you want a job done right, sometimes you just got to do it yourself. So he came in and he sent in the troops and he sent in the agents. And there's been so many videos of people that look like me that are thanking Trump, that are, or either they're asking him, like, please send them the troops to here. Please send them to Baltimore. Please send them to Atlanta. Because they're tired of being sick and tired. They're tired of hearing the Democrats campaign about how they're going to make the streets safe and how crime is down, but yet they're not seeing it. They don't look like crime is down where they at. You know, so finally, once somebody is doing something, but the mental conditioning of 400 years of being controlled by Democrats, where, you know, that's why, like, we black people used to vote Republican because we were tired of being controlled by Democrats. Democrats were the ones that wanted to break away from the Union, and they fought because they wanted to keep slavery as a thing. The KKK was founded by the Democrat Party. If you don't believe me, that's fine. Don't have to take my word for it. Do the research. AI is a beautiful tool. ChatGPT is a beautiful tool. All right. Just make sure you ask it and you prompt it and you hold it accountable, because sometimes they do have a blue. They do lean. Excuse me. This truck's riding by, little construction, but they do have a blue skew. But just they will be honest if you keep them honest. All right. I'm not making this up. Do your own research. But yeah, we've been so conditioned to believe that it's normal to live in dilapidated housing, to live in squalor conditions, to wake up to hear the gunshots or go to sleep to hear the gunshots, and and we're just so used to this. We're so used to crime. You actually holding them in jail? What? No, capture, release. And these sanctuary cities have allowed for the last 4 years prior to Trump getting in so many illegals, and people are just like, they just want to be kind and all that, and I get it, but there's a process to that, and there's a law to follow to that, and so many people who definitely shouldn't be here, even if they went through the legal process, because they're criminals and they're violent offenders back home where they come from. That's being stopped. But because our people are so brainwashed or so mentally seasoned, that's why I say get off the Democrat plantation, because we're so mentally seasoned to just think that anybody that wants to help out the hood is trying to gentrify the hood. Anybody that tries to help out our people, anybody that tries to help out the poor or the neglected, they distrust it, and they look at it as like, oh, you're trying to push us out of here and move us into some more dilapidated housing so that y'all can come and build it up and everything, and build houses here and shopping centers and all this and the other. All right. But the first thing that people say is, oh, well, y'all never want to help out the hood. Y'all never want to do anything. Well, at least that used to be the argument. But now that people actually are helping out the hood, I guess because, it comes from a different party with a different label, that Democrats framing it as, oh, well, they're not really trying to help you. They're just racist, right? But I just seen after all these years about what we had gotten, and they give you crumbs for your vote. They give you a few $100 a month for stamps, all right, and some temporary cash assistance, whatever the case may be, these social programs, right? But yet you're living in squalor. The food that you are paying is super. If you don't know, in the hoods, the food is sky high, because they're getting it for free anyway, right? So they mark up the prices, and it's just the mental slavery. That's why I tell people, look, get off the Democrat plantation. I did it. It's very good over here. And when you come up with this different mindset, you'll notice, oh, I'm starting to move different. I'm starting to look for different jobs. I'm starting to acquire different skills, and take these courses, or getting these programs, actual programs, like career programs that help you, and your mindset changes, and you're like, well, I could move out, but I could better this place too. That's how true change happens. And what Trump proved is that you can have peace in the hood. You can have peace in the hood. You can change the hood. People want you to think that it's unchangeable, and anybody that's trying to change it is trying to gentrify it. But you can have the hood and change. So that's all I wanted to say for right now. So go ahead. I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Peace and blessings. Turn on post notifications to get the latest content. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.